I can't pass an eval is probably what you tell yourself every single time you go to take a trade on your eval account. Am I wrong? Probably not. In this video, I'm going to get into the depths of why you can't pass an eval. I'm not going to tell you some full port strategy or some secret method that's going to make you a lot of money. That's for a couple of my other videos from now. But if you want to completely overhaul your psychology, you need to watch to the end of the video, or else you will not be able to pass an eval. Now, without further ado, why the hell should you listen to me? This is my first actual video I'm posting publicly on my account, and this might be the first time you're watching me. So, without further ado, my name is Bonka. My real name's Matt. That's obviously fully doxed and everything. I'm a college student. I've done all this through college. I've been trading for 4 years. I've been profitable for 2. Paid my way through college with trading, and I teach other people how to do trading as well. I have my own strategy. Again, I'm not going to teach you guys it in this video. That's for my future videos. And long story short, that's how I get my payouts. And just so you guys know, I know what I'm talking about. Here's some recent payouts that I have taken, and a payout I took at the beginning of the year, just to show you guys that I have been doing this shit. 1400 times 5, 1270 times 5, and this was 1552 times 5, and then a bunch of additional firms for good measure. But again, you know, why should you trust me? Why? I mean, you know, why would you even want to listen to me? Now, these are my stats from last week. I made just shy of $12,000, run at 30% win rate, and of course, that looks bad at first glance. A lot of you guys are used to higher win rate strategies, especially with prop firms. But my average RR is 8.3. I have a very high RR system, as you can see there. Rise is a very high RR strategy. Win rate may vary depending on the person, but some of my mentees do have up to a 72% win rate with Rise. So, again, I know what I am talking about. I've passed many funded accounts myself, and evals, or it's pretty much the same thing. And I teach people how to do the exact same thing, and I'm responsible for hundreds of people passing their eval accounts. So, you gotta keep listening to me, alright? Now, in case you still don't believe I'm a man of my word, these are all of the income statements that my Chase app lets me show, or even lets me see on my app. As you can see, June of 2025, $8,100, July 2025, $18,826, August of 2025, $14,189, and September of 2025, $12,526. Of course, I do have my low ticket Discord. I do make anywhere from $5 to $6, maybe $7,000 a month off of that. But as you can see, most months I do MOG with trading. Of course, that's just where my Discord's at now. The entirety of the summer was sitting around 3 to 5. So that gives you a general picture of how we were balling over the summer. For the most part. Now, if you're still watching at this point, good job. You have a pretty good attention span. and you're actually going to make something of yourself. Because you asked yourself this question, I can't pass an eval. Why? So now you're watching my video. So, when it comes down to it, I have it broken down into 4 main problems that people usually face when they're trying to pass an eval. And these are usually the things, usually at least one of these things, is the thing that's preventing you and holding you back from passing an eval. Now, I'm not going to show you guys all of them right now, but if you want to see every single one of them to make sure that I'm able to address your problem, continue watching. Last time I say that, I promise. Now, without further ado, what happens when you don't know what to look for and or you don't have a strategy? This is a very common problem I see with people that will come into my Discord right off rip. They don't have much trading experience, or they're just pretty much gambling, and that's their entire trading experience so far. So, of course, how do we break that down? When it comes down to it, not knowing what to look for and not having a strategy consists of a lack of a written trading plan, constantly switching strategies, at least for some people, consuming way too much content, at least for the tryhard people, and not enough backtesting for the people that think they can just hop into the markets and spam off a bunch of trades. And of course, when it comes down to it, these all factor in to what's keeping you from passing an eval. So, of course, you see any of these 4 things, and that's, you don't have a trading plan, you're constantly switching your strategies, you're consuming too much trading content. Of course, sure, you're watching my YouTube video right now, but, unbiased, you shouldn't watch any other YouTube video besides mine. If you're following my principles. So, only subscribe at this point. If you're fucking with the video, like and subscribe. And yeah, don't consume too much content though. My videos are great, but again, don't fall for all the ICT bullcrap. All of the people that are literally just trying to shove a super high ticket mentorship down your throat. Aware of that. That's bad. Now, don't get caught up in the content, because I've seen a lot of people go down this rabbit hole and they do not come out. They will end up becoming these like trading jesters. It's kind of weird. Their entire personality is just the trading niche, but they don't even make money trading. So it's just like a parasocial relationship with influencers. Oh, did you guys see what Bonka or what Riley Botha did? Oh, dude, that's so sick. Dude, get a fucking job. Anyways, not enough backtesting. Of course, we can backtest with my strategy. It is coming to Tradeful, hopefully within a week from now, even though it has been delayed a little bit. But, of course, we're not just going to stay at the surface level. We're breaking it down really, 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 really deep as to why. So, like, why don't you have a written trading plan? Because you try to find a setup instead of waiting for one. You don't even have a plan. You're just trying to find a way to make money at the end of the day, right? And when it comes to it, you just have to take time off. That's the solution. Study up, backtest, formulate a written trading plan, and paper trade it until you're confident with it. And then when you're confident with it, switch back to eval. If any of the aforementioned things start happening again, you repeat the plan. All right? You still following? I really hope you are. Now, what happens if you're constantly switching strategies? At the root of it, you don't trust your process at all. This is really what is important, even in my moments of drawdowns with my accounts. Because trust me, it happens, even with the best strategies. No strategy is 100% win rate or completely invincible to every market condition. Not to mention, not every human is completely invincible from, being overcome by their emotions. Like, dude, you could have a family member die and then still trade the next day. Again, that's not what a lot of people should do. But again, even the best traders have their slip-ups. And I'm human, I can admit that. A lot of people won't say that sort of thing. But the times where I've had drawdowns with my trading system, the only reason I'm still, trading here today, talking to you guys, giving you guys this wisdom, is because I trusted my process. I knew, okay, this is my system. I need to execute it in this specific way. And if it's not executed in that specific way, I'm going to lose money. You need to tell yourself that over and over and over again. If I am not executing on my exact trading system or plan, I am practically shooting myself in the foot at that point. Why would I do that? I'm essentially just burning money. So, all things considered, you really need to trust your process. But when it comes down to it, you can't trust your process when you don't have a written trading plan down. You don't even have a process. So you see how this is all intertwined with each other. Now, again, the solution for that, you backtest and paper trade until you're confident in one single model. And wrapping back into consuming too much content, you're doing that because you're not focused on one single trading model. You're trying to find the holy grail of everything. And again, I'm not going to call my shit the holy grail. I can help you guys out for sure 100%. I know for a fact that I can because I've done it for a lot of people. But everyone's going to say that to you. And everyone's going to say that in their video. So, all things considered, you need to take everything with a grain of salt. And you need to go with the strategy that you have seen other people have results with. In my personal opinion, that's where you're going to get the best results. Because not only are your dumbass friends understanding it, so are, shit. This is a better way to put it. If your dumbass friends can understand a strategy, then so can you. Are you really going to let your dumbass friends figure out how to make money online without really having to work that much on a day-to-day basis, of course, when you're profitable, are you really going to take that shit, bro? I don't think you should. I personally don't think you should. Why would you let your dumbass friends make more money than you? Why would you let yourself think of yourself that way? That's fucking stupid. Don't do that. That's bad. Now, in order to do that, in order to get better than your friends, you need to start backtesting your shit. So, again, you're not doing enough backtesting because you have little to no confidence in your model or edge. Not going to be better than your buddies if you don't have an edge. And of course, if your buddies are doing well at something, you might as well just copy them. Right? Don't try to be different. Don't remake the wheel. If you see people making a lot of money, again, I'm going to show you guys eventually some of my students' results in later videos. But, again, don't go off of one person just being like, yo, this is the holy grail. Oh my god, especially with all the top tick, bottom tick bullshit. That's ridiculous. They cannot show you a 30% win rate with anything above like a 4 average RR. I just showed you fucking 8. So keep that in mind. But again, all of these themes here come back to the same solution. You really just need to backtest and paper trade until you're confident in one singular model. Now, at the root of that, why can't you backtest and paper trade until you're confident in one single model? Well, that's because you're impatient as fuck. You are impatient as fuck. You literally just want to get rich quick. You saw a couple videos of, realistically, a couple course scammers being like, yo, this is my Bugatti, this is my Lambo. Buy my course, and I'll teach you how. And, of course, you probably couldn't afford the course at the time because you were very young and impressionable. But it put a precedent in your brain. And you think that you can just get rich quick. Within, like, you know. Of course, you can't get rich within a couple of years, but you think you're going to get rich in a couple months. You think you're going to do it better than everyone else because you have an ego inherently because you're a person. I need you to drop that ego because you are not him, and you are probably at the peak of Mount Stupid on the Dunning-Kruger, whatever the hell, scale. So, you need patience more than anything, especially with trading. If you can't, like, if you have your eval accounts, just wrapping it back to our main point, if you have your eval accounts and you can't hold on to a single eval for like more than a week, you need to take a break for like a little bit and reflect on your shit, because why are you blowing evals within less than a week? Dude, you have 30 days. You don't need to rush that shit, especially if you're a beginner. Why? Like, you're just wasting your money. And if you haven't already paper traded and backtested your model before, why the fuck are you even on an eval account? That doesn't make sense, and you shouldn't be doing that, so stop. Now, again, you need proof of a profitable trading model before you will actually get any results with any trading model. Even if you have the best possible trading model. I see this with students all the time. They just won't put in any work at all and expect like, oh yeah, no, the strategy's perfect. No, dude, you need to learn your shit. You need to learn your shit. If you don't learn your shit, how do you, like, bro, how are you going to get back-end reward without front-end pain? And that kind of sounded sus, I'm not going to lie. But you guys get the point. You guys get the metaphor. I really, really, really hope so. Now, why are you impatient? And, again, what's the solution for all of this? The takeaway. You must have a system. The way to get over not knowing what to look for and not having a strategy is simply, again, it seems kind of stupid, but you must have a system along with systemized discipline. This is very important. This has saved my ass many, many times. If I feel any bit emotional at all coming into the day, or even at the night before, I have some shit going on in my life, I'm stressed out for a test, because again, I'm a college student, I just lock out of my accounts during Asian session. It's as simple as that. It's not really that hard. You just do it. Okay, I know tomorrow I'm probably going to be stressed out waking up. I don't want to force anything. I don't want my emotions to get the best of myself, because again, I'm human. Shit happens. I'm going to lock out my every single fucking account that I have. That's my systemized discipline. I know damn well I'm human. I'm not perfect. I may not be perfectly disciplined for the entirety of my life, but I can still make money. And this is how I'm able to do it. You just systemize your discipline. Okay. You think logically. Okay. Tomorrow, Jerome Powell's speaking. Okay, yeah, my grandma just died. Okay, I'm gonna full port Powell. How the fuck is that supposed to make you better in the head? It's not. It's gonna make you much worse off, especially if you don't have money. You're fucked. Like, why are we doing that? So, again, you systemize your discipline. I have an entire checklist of stuff that I look at pre-market. It's stuff that I consider pre-market personally that will factor into if I even, go to look for a trade in the day. For example, I have a mechanical, like actual on the chart conditions. If London session takes out Asia's highs and lows, I will not trade that day. But if I wake up and I just feel like anxious about something, I'm also not going to trade that day. Because at the very root of everything, when we go very, 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 very deep down to the very, very deepest roots of what causes you to crash out and blow an account, it all starts at that one little thing. And every time I've ever tilted, I've ever blown an account, it has started with me waking up and feeling that certain way. And again, that's not the only trigger, I guess you could call it. But that's just one of the things. If I don't factor that in to my trading and my trading system, me being a human being, I will never be able to make a full-time living off of trading. Trust me, the market can be fucky longer than you can be disciplined. I promise that for a very large majority of you. A lot of influencers are just gonna fucking just push meaningless discipline bullshit out on you. Oh, you need to lock in. Oh, you need to be disciplined. No. Because a lot of you guys are not going to become disciplined. That's a very harsh reality that you have to deal with. But instead of letting that get the best of you, you can simply just figure out a way around it. It's not that hard. You systemize everything with your trading, and it takes human error out of the equation entirely. I can't make the fucked up emotional error of trading on a day where I know I shouldn't if I already lock myself out the night before. Oh, I'm going to bet. Oh, shit, did I lock out my accounts yet? Oh, shit, I didn't. I'll bet. Oh, bet. Perfect. Bang. That's it. Wake up the next morning. Okay, bet. I'm not even thinking about trading when I wake up the next morning. I'm thinking about getting what I need to get done in the day. Done. When it comes down to it, that's only possible for me, especially as a student, because I have a system. Caprice? If you're still following at this point, good shit. I'm dropping a lot of sauce. Topic number 1 done. Now, second most common thing I see with my students as to why they can't pass an eval. Bad psychology. This is a very blanket term. This could be used to describe a multitude of things, especially what I just described. Oh, I wake up, I feel a little bit anxious. Holy shit. Oh, I wake up and I feel a little bit of anxiety. That leads to me eventually blowing my account like 80% of the time. So I lock out. I think logically and I lock out. But again, this all falls within the realm of bad psychology. Now, similar to what I just described, this could branch out into a lot of things. You have a fear of losing. You have a fear of being wrong. I think I kind of formatted this wrong, but I think fear of being wrong should be with that. But anyways, you have a fear of losing. Let's dive deep into that. You have a fear of losing, and you overanalyze and miss opportunities a lot of the time, while also worsening your losses when they do come. So, you wait, you miss it. Oh, fuck. You beat yourself up. And then you chase it, and you try to get an entry, and you get wicked out, and you get another entry, and you get wicked out. And you blow your account. Or, you're in a trade, and you remove your stop loss. I know some of you guys do that. And you just let it run, hoping it goes back to break even. Literally just be, God, please bring me back to break even. Please bring me back to break even. And then it doesn't. And you blow your account. It's because you don't want to take the loss. You have to get comfortable with taking a loss. And when it comes down to it, you're not comfortable taking a loss because you have no no confidence in the process whatsoever that you're going to make that money back with your system. And again, a lot of these problems can be fixed by just having a system with your trading. But if you don't have confidence in your trading process, you're not going to have any consistency at all, because you don't have any consistency in data in your model. You don't even know how your model fucking works. Probably because you haven't back tested. For Christ's sake. You have a fear of being wrong. You wait for the perfect confirmation and you don't have confidence trading otherwise. I see this a lot of times as well. People will be scared to take trades. It fucks them up. Screws their psychology up, and they'll take stupid trades after they miss big trades. So like say someone misses a 100+ point move. Oh my god, I would have made so much money. Holy shit. That, like, bro, holy fucking, like, you can't think like that. I'm sorry, my DoorDash driver just called me. But because they missed out on that big ass move, they will go take the stupidest trades the next day. Every single time, inevitably. Literally every single time. He's going to ask me for the DoorDash code. Oopsie. I have to call this dude. Anyways, sorry about that. But a lot of the times, like I said, you'll see a huge move happen in a way that you could have caught that move. A lot of times, it'll just be you rationalizing a bunch of random confluences that you know of, that you've seen on TikTok. Because you've been watching too much content. Oh, this is a liquidity sweep and an SMT and an IFPG, and again, that is a model in itself, but like you just throw a bunch of random confluences together and you just expect it to work. Like you're just throwing a bunch of random crap at the wall. Doesn't work like that. But they'll take crap like that. Or see stuff like that and be like, oh, I could have caught the move. Oh, the entire move. Holy fuck. Would have made this much money. When, you know, dude, you probably wouldn't have caught the move because you're scared to take the move. And you didn't take it anyways. You didn't make money. And you're still on eval. So what the fuck are we talking about? You got bigger stuff to worry about. Bigger fish to fry. Now, like I said, you have not built emotional tolerance for drawdowns whatsoever, if this is the case. If you can't take a bit of drawdown and you can't like sit on your hands, I just hit my fucking leg. Anyways, if you can't sit on your hands like I'm sitting right now and just not touch your keyboard or your mouse while you're looking at the charts, you are not going to make it, bro. You do not. You need to be able to just sit through a trade. As much as that sucks, and stick to your plan, because again, waiting for the perfect confirmation isn't a bad thing. You need, like, a lot of times I will go in light and then look for additional confirmation to scale into my trades. But all things considered, I'm able to do that because I've built emotional tolerance to doing that. If you guys scaled into a trade, you'd probably freak out. Especially on an Express account. Nearly doubling up your risk? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? You guys would tweak. But, again, instead of learning your confirmation as... How do I best put this? Instead of just trying shit out and backtesting, like I said, you just wait and you look and you take dumbass trades instead. So, this can all be solved by execution, which we're going to get back into. You attach your self-worth to the outcome of your trade instead of execution of your plan. And that is because trading is ego validation for you, which is the exact point I was going to tie right back into. If you're always taking the perfect trades, if you're always just trying to get like the top or bottom tick in, and like catch the exact high or low of the day, you are going to be fucking miserable with your trading. This is because of you having bad psychology. You are not grateful for the money that you are making. You could be working a job at McDonald's right now, or JOB at McDonald's right now, making like $10, $15 an hour. And you can do that in literally 2 fucking ticks on the NASDAQ with 1 mini. 2 to 3 ticks. And you will not take profit on a $500 trade. What the fuck? You're not going to take profit on a trade that's going to pass your account, or a trade that's going to make you payout eligible. Because you're greedy? You're telling me you're greedy when you probably don't even have that amount in your bank account? You don't deserve to make that money, and that's probably why you keep losing. That's God just being like, yeah, no, this dude is not ready, because you don't value money at all. You just value validating your ego. Oh, if I could get the bottom tick and take it all the way to the highest day, the PDHs, dude, I get so much likes on TikTok, and I'd be super tough. It would be so tough. What the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking? Why? This is literally a majority of you guys. As dumb as that does, it sounds so stupid, but this is a majority of people. People are, oh, I cannot wait to full port CPI. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? What happened to actual trading? You don't want to actually execute on a plan and be sustainable long term. You can only gamble CPI so much. You're never going to hit a bottom tick every single day of your life. When are you going to settle? Even if you do get the bottom tick, are you going to take profit on that? I bet you probably don't. I bet you probably have bottom ticked multiple times before, but you don't take profit on your shit because you just want to ego it out and hold it the entire fucking day. And even when you don't actually have a true bottom tick and it just wicks into your entry, and you still hold that, oh my god, I bottom ticked, and you're just breaking your trading plan because you think it's a bottom tick. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Stop it. Cut it out. And again, this all wraps into you haven't built emotional consistency with trading because you have not built behavioral consistency of any kind in your life, or any consistency at all in your life. At all. At all. When it comes down to this, you don't have confidence. You don't have emotional tolerance for bad things happening in your life. You have to validate your ego. This all comes from a lack of discipline, from a lack of confidence in yourself. But discipline breeds confidence. And discipline also breeds results. But you can't scale without confidence. And when you get to the level that I'm at, if you don't have full confidence in your trades, especially with the size that you're putting on for your trades, you're cooked. You're fucking cooked. If you doubt your system and you don't have full confidence, which you get by being disciplined in your system, you're not going to follow your system, and you're going to lose your money, and you're going to end up fucking homeless. Or working at McDonald's for 3 ticks on NASDAQ on 1 mini contract per hour. How does that feel? I don't think it feels very good to hear, does it? Yeah. That's what I thought. If you're at this point, this is going to get rough. This is going to get fucking rough. Overtrading and revenge trading has a very special place in my heart. This is like the biggest thing I struggled with when I was unprofitable. I blew so many goddamn accounts. I blew my first funded account. I blew my second funded account. I blew my third funded account. I've blown every single funded account I've ever blown by overtrading and revenge trading. And no matter how much someone will tell you they will not do this, they will. It always gets you. It always bites you in the ass right when you least expect it. So without further ado, it comes down to these 4 things. Impatience, FOMO, emotional attachment to a previous trade, or overconfidence in a win. Or just general cockiness and overconfidence in general. Let's start with impatience. You are impatient because you need instant results when it comes down to it. You get FOMO because you're seeing moves go on without you, exactly like I just described. And you take stupid ass trades, try to make up for it, to try to be him, because you need instant results. You have a need for instant results somewhat for some fucking reason. Ugh. And the reason why you're impatient and FOMO a lot is because you don't have strict limits at all with your trade. And the reason you don't have strict limits is because you don't have a system. You don't even have limits. You don't have anything to be strict about at all. There's nothing enforcing anything about what you do at all. You are the sole determinant of your future, and you are just fucking it up time and time again, just self-sabotaging yourself. When are you going to stop? Genuinely, when are you going to stop? You lose a trade, you get break even on a trade that you held for too long, that you probably should have TP'd. Yeah, you get emotional attachment to that. Oh my god, I was up 2 bands, I just round-tripped it. Holy fuck, I'm gonna get a re-entry. Sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Yeah? You're not journaling shit. I can tell you that. If you're getting a re-entry, you're not gonna have time to get a re-entry if you're journaling every trade that you take. And again, I'm even guilty of not being the most consistent with this. But again, not that I don't need to be, but you guys need to be a lot more consistent with your journaling than I need to be. I will say. You don't know what you're doing, I do. That's my answer to that for those who ask. But if you're taking a loss and then taking another loss and then taking another loss, and you're not journaling any of that, you're going to keep repeating the exact same thing over and over and over again. And you're not ever going to have these strict limits to enforce if you're not journaling and at least telling yourself straight to your face the mistakes that you're making. You cannot just fucking lie to yourself over and over and over and over and over again, expecting something to change. Nothing will ever change if nothing changes. You need to do something different about the way you are executing on your trading every single day to see any positive change. And that's what I'm trying to outline to you guys in this video. And I hope that you have watched to this point, and I hope you watch to the end of this video, because I'm trying to help you. I really fucking am. And these are the things that have helped me get to where I'm at now. And again, like I said, I don't journal as much, especially recently, because I've been busy. But this is what made me. Strict limits are what made me. Everything I've described in the past 2 topics are what made me who I am. And I say this with my full heart. You will not become anything unless you follow at least some of these steps. Because it's not just with trading, it's with everything in life. This is not just a trading related thing. This will carry over to any other niche. Doesn't matter. This is just the trading niche, specific. When it comes down to it, if you don't have any limits for yourself, if you don't reflect on your actions and what made you think a certain way and what made you act a certain way, you are fucked for the rest of your life. If you have no internal voice, internal monologue, talking to yourself, reflecting, being honest with yourself about what your situation is, how do you expect it to ever change? You know deep down that your situation's fucking terrible. You hate it. So why are you not being strict with yourself to try to make yourself better? No one that's ever become better has done so in a manner that is just completely unrestricted whatsoever, nor strenuous. Like, dude, I wouldn't be who I am. Like, I wouldn't have even wanted to become financially free if my parents didn't send me to a fucking Utah camp when I was 16 years old against my will for 6 months where I had zero contact from anyone and all I wanted was to be free. And then guess what? I got out and I had the freedom I wanted, but I still did not feel free because I was not financially free. And that was the driving force to get me to learn trading, to lose every fucking paycheck that I got for 2.5 years straight to become profitable. To even start making $1. I did not say a single dollar in net profit overall for 2.5 years. I was dirt broke, overdrafted a majority of the time, in credit card debt because I wanted to make this work. And that's what it fucking takes. That is what it takes. You need some driving force. You need to be strict with yourself. And that all comes from being honest with yourself. And again, they're mutually exclusive. You cannot have strict limits without self-introspection. There we go. Now, you get overconfidence in a win, you size up impulsively.
This is because you have a fucking dopamine addiction. Yeah, but you doom scroll reels all day, you fucking gooner. Yeah, you doom scroll reels all day. I bet you do. I bet you do. Bad boy. Not good, not good, not good. You feel like you need to feel in control, though. That's why you have a dopamine addiction. I bet you're spamming trades with crazy ass size because your life is a shit show and that's the only thing that makes you feel alive, huh? Yeah, it's like putting $500 on black at the roulette table, huh? Yeah. I bet you love that shit, huh? But guess what? You fall into the cycle, it's just going to keep repeating, like I said, over and over and over and over again. Especially with the dopamine addiction. Because if you lack emotional discipline, you'll not be able to delay your gratification. And you will never have true gratification. And that's it. Enough said. Finally, you're inconsistent day to day. This is usually what a lot of break-even traders struggle with. Right when you're on the cusp of profitability. You have your model, you have your psychology down, usually. Enough to not crash out whenever you take a loss, for the most part. But you're not getting payouts yet. So, how do we fix that? You're inconsistent because you don't have a routine or structure in your day. Now, all the stuff I've talked about, to preface this, is stuff that is fixed on the charts, so to speak. It's stuff that's just general mental work. Stuff that you just are like, and you just like body through, I guess, or just mind your way through. That's a better way to put it. This is shit that like is like your day-to-day life. This is where like you need to, you know, you're like, oh fuck, like what am I doing wrong? It's literally the way you're living that is preventing you from being able to be consistent with your trading. Right? Yeah. And again, I'm going to say this right now. I love you, Ja, if you're watching this. The one thing, the only reason Ja is not smacking like 5-figure months right now is because he's sleeping in like half of the time. Like, anyways. That's literally it. When it comes down to it, it's just a lack of routine and structure. And again, I say that with love, Ja. But you need to have routine and structure. I am as successful as I am at a young age because I have not missed a single day on the charts in like 4.5, 5 years. Roughly. 9:30 a.m. every single day I'm on the charts. Very few days have I slept in. Very few. And even if I do, I always am on the charts as soon as I am up. It's just dedication of the game. And of course, you don't need to have it exactly like that. Don't be discouraged if you can't do that, if you're working a job, if you have school or something. But if you're not at least structuring something trading related into your day, you're not going to see any improvement at all. You're not going to see overall consistency and long-term consistency if you are not consistent with implementing trading into your day. You want to be a day trader, you expect to just fuck off and do nothing and just look at charts for 2 minutes and just place a trade? No, it's not how it works. You got to get some time on the charts every day. Now, back into the point I kind of just talked about with Ja, trading at different times every day. Sometimes he will trade after he wakes up late, and I'm like, bro, okay, it's like lunch hour. Again, not the worst thing ever, but when it comes down to it, you're going to take a lot of stupid losses that you don't need to take. When you could just lock yourself out, be like, okay, I slept in, I feel like shit, I'm all groggy. You can just trade tomorrow. That's it. Boom. Don't take a stupid loss. Potentially tilt yourself. Save yourself the time. And on the exact same realm of that, different mindset based on mood or sleep. Oh, damn, I'm all groggy. Why do you think I have the rule if I'm anxious? Guess what one of my rules for that is? If I wake up feeling groggy or shitty or sick or hungover or intoxicated. If my judgment is altered, I'm not fucking trading. I'm not trading unless I'm in the sharpest mindset possible. Because then I'm going to lose money. I trade with such a large amount of capital that I cannot afford to fuck shit up like that. And again, you may not be at that point. Again, You may try to compare yourself. That's not really comparable. You're probably not even funded right now. You're watching a how to pass a funded account video. But when you're actually scaled up, making a living off of prop firms, how do you expect to actually do that without this? Like, prop firms are literally designed to make money off of you losing. You are gaming a system. You need to be on the top of your shit 24/7. You think the person that robbed or the people that robbed the Louvre or whatever the hell, the art museum, you think they are getting inconsistent with their shit right now? You think they're out partying, spending all that money, wearing the jewels that they sold? No, they have to stay consistent with their shit. Just because they made the money does not mean they're all fine and dandy. Hell no, absolutely not. One slip up, everything they have gone. And it's the exact same way with you and your trading. The exact same way. If you do not have consistency in your everyday life, if you are caught slipping, it's over. You blow your account, you're fucked. You're fucked. You can't pay your rent. That's my reality. If I fuck up really bad, to a certain extent, I literally go homeless. I'm completely self-sufficient. My parents don't give me shit. I'm on my own. So there's no other option. You guys may be able to say something different. Be grateful for that. But also take advantage of it while you have it. You're not paying rent. You don't have any expenses at all. Take advantage of it. Just take advantage of it. Now, when it comes down to it, these three things happen because you have no lifestyle consistency. Like I said, your sleep, gym, and diet are all chaos. A good way to fix this is just getting in the gym, trying to be consistent with the diet, and again, you'll feel better. Just try to wake up early. Get to sleep at a reasonable time. Try to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. It's really that simple. Your mental health will be so much better. Go on walks every day. That helps me out a lot. Trust me. Just trust me. Trust me, okay? And again, I kind of put this separately here. You're inconsistent because you don't have accountability. Remember how I said you have those tiny little fuck-up days sometimes? Days you shouldn't trade, but you take a really tiny loss. Maybe like $100 per account. Yeah. It's alright. No one's ever going to know. It's okay. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. You lack accountability, motherfucker! You lack accountability. You need to be accountable for your actions. You traded on a No News Monday and lost $150 per account. You go for a $150 profit day to be payout eligible, for example. Sure, you're not losing a lot of money in terms of your payout, but like, dude, a bad week, for example, especially in the conditions we're in, it's a no trade day, like a lot of the days of the week. Yeah, you're trading conditions that you shouldn't be trading in, and you're not holding yourself accountable for it. That's a recipe for fucking disaster. You're going to blow your accounts, and you're going to be crying to me in my DMs. Oh my god, Buck, I blew my accounts! And I'm going to send you this fucking YouTube video, and I really hope you're watching this right now, because my message to you is, listen to me or you're going to fucking die. It's not that serious, but, like, for real, you're going to die broke and poor, probably, if you can't have any sort of accountability for your circumstances, your actions, your thoughts, your life in general. What the fuck? Like, what do you expect? No one is going to call you out for your bad habits. Like I said, you're just going to keep repeating the exact same thing over and over and over again. So you keep having those little tiny loss days. Again, when I was struggling with this is how it really kicked me in the ass. I kind of had this habit when I started first hitting 5-figure months, and I still had this habit with me. My first, like, really big month, I made 25 grand. I went and I calculated it. Okay, I should have traded this day. I shouldn't have traded this day. Again, the days I traded when I shouldn't have traded, I knew I shouldn't have traded those days, but I still wanted to trade. Oh, I'll get myself payout eligible. Had I just avoided those days, across all my accounts and payout-wise, I would have made an additional $10,000 to $15,000 on the month. I would have had 35, 40 grand. That's how it adds up. Those stupid little fucking losses. That called me out for the bad habit, and I fixed it. That doesn't happen anymore. Just lock myself out of my accounts instead of trading those days. Because again, even when you have those days, you are risking tilt. Like I said, everyone's human. You are risking tilting yourself. You don't want to do that. You want to be careful here, especially when you're trading with a lot of capital. You use the dopamine rush of trading to regulate your emotions instead of backtested data. So instead of just, trusting your system. Oh, I lost money in that trade. Holy fuck. Enter another trade. I'm going to make it back. We're good. Notice how you calm down after you take another revenge trade? Yeah, that's it. You're just fucking spiking your dopamine again. It's like hitting a vape, bro. Oh my god, I'm addicted. I need my vape. Okay, now, we're good. That's exactly what you are, except you're fucking trading, dude. You gotta understand how your brain works to conquer this shit. Because when it comes down to it, we're in an industry where like 90% of people fail at this shit. The reason they fail is not because the markets are not comfortable. You see people making millions of dollars from day trading everywhere. It's possible. People make livings off of day trading. It is possible. So it's not impossible to master the markets, or at least make a consistent income off the markets. So it's not a market problem, it's a you problem. Yeah. It's not a market problem, it's a you problem. Conditions are pretty shitty right now. I'm probably not even going to trade this entire week. We're at all-time highs. The government shut down. Why the fuck would I risk live capital in these conditions? I'm begging to lose in these conditions right now if I'm putting a trade on or putting on any sort of significant risk. But if I got all my dopamine from taking trades, oh boy, I'd be going baroque in these conditions. So, when it comes down to it, you need to just get different forms of dopamine. Stop doom scrolling. Go to the gym. Go outside. Go for a walk, like I said. And maybe you will not feel inclined to think about taking a trade 24/7. It's honestly surprising. As soon as you start touching grass and going outside and filling your day with like actual normal people shit that people do, you don't think about trading 24/7. That's like honestly the last thing you think about. And when it comes down to it, turns into the last thing you want to do because it starts stressing you out. You don't want to live a stressed out life. And this is where I'm at. Okay. Is the value of my stress right now that I'm going to go through putting risk on in the markets worth the actual amount of money I'm probably going to make in the markets? Or I'm likely to make in the markets, all things considered. That's something you have to weigh. And again, this all comes back to the same central idea. Lack of discipline outside of the charts equals lack of discipline on the charts. If you're just a little dopamine junkie on Instagram Reels, you're going to be a dopamine junkie on the charts. You're going to be spamming trades 24/7 like there's no tomorrow, like a machine gun. And then you're going to cry in my Discord about how you're broke and how you can't make trading work. When in reality, it's not trading that doesn't work. It's you. It's you. Your brain's fucked up and you need to rewire it because all of these fucking whatever the hell have just fucked up your brain. All the brain rot. Rewire your shit. Your screen time is probably more than 8 hours a day, realistically, if you're watching this video and you've watched to this point, because we're at the 49-minute mark right now. So yeah, you're chronically online. Go outside. Please go outside. Have some discipline. Set a limit. If your life lacks consistency, so will your trading. There's a reason I'm still in college. It's consistent every day. It gives me a schedule. It gives me a routine. It gives me structure. It's something I can expect to do every single day. Not everyone has that. And again, I can make that outside of college. But I just like it the most in college. It's just the best way for me to find that. But if you don't have consistency in anything, If you're not working or going to the gym or journaling or, at least reflecting on your actions and your thoughts and so on and so forth, how are you ever going to be consistent in trading, and how are you going to make a living out of this shit? You said to yourself that you want to become a professional or, full-time day trader. Are you really going to do that, or are you just going to keep blowing evals? Like, seriously, when it comes down to it, it's not that hard. You literally just have to stop, lying to yourself and just start touching grass. That's it. That's it. I told you guys at the start of this video, this is not going to be, take one trade, risk half of your account, and then you are going to make this percent, and take another trade, risk this percent. If that trade loses, then risk this percent. No, this is not that type of video. This type of video is the stuff that's going to make you successful long term, that is going to keep you sustainable with your trading. Because these are the pinnacles of what have made me into a successful trader. I know damn well I could turn you into another trader because I've replicated it with hundreds of other people. So, like I said, if you're not going to trust anything that you heard in this video or anything in this chart, I'm gonna authority you right now. Show me this. Show me this at 20 years old. Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want to be able to fly to Miami on a weekend when your frat isn't having a party just so you can go have fun with your boys on any weekend that you want, as many times as you want, whenever you want? No, you can't say that. Can you say that your parents don't have to worry about you going through the entirety of your life with college debt? No, I don't think you can say that either. But when it comes down to it, I can. And I can say that because of these 4 pillars right here. And again, these are problems here. But I gave you guys all of the solutions that helped me along the way. And this has what made me into the man I am today. So, again, without these things, I probably wouldn't even be a good person. So, if you're going to take anything out of it, anything out of this video at all, if you're not even a trader and you're just watching this for some reason and it just came up on your feed, take it away. Consistency compounds, and you're never going to lose by just showing up. Just showing up. That's it. Now, if you actually want to prepare yourself for a funded challenge and actually be ready and to get a certification with your name on it from a prop firm as fast as humanly possible, I have a pre-eval training that I made literally exactly for someone in your exact shoes right now that I would give to myself when I was first starting out just so I could pass evals. Now, all that stuff is going to be in the link below in the description. I'm not going to talk too much about it here. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching the entire video. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow my Instagram at Bonkonomics, and my TikTok at BankWithBonka for some short form videos, some just real spill talks, stuff I'll be posting up there, and just my trade reviews on a day-to-day basis. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for banking with Bonka, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!